Like Sunday, I got on my show and I talked about it. We talked about it after the game that Matt Ryan made a bad pass. That pass to Russell Gage in the end zone was a back-breaking turnover. But at the end of the day, how many times have we seen Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady make a mistake on the goal line when the game on the line? Nobody says nothing. But why don't we say anything?
Nothing.
Because their defense bail them out. We remember in the Super Bowl when the Seahawks were getting ready to score a touchdown. All they had to do was get the ball to beast mode. What they do? Try to throw a slant pattern, intercepted by Malcolm Butler. But what happens? Everybody always praises Tom Brady. No matter if somebody else steps up on his team and makes a play, Tom Brady always gets all the credit. He gets all the glory. But when he makes a mistake, because he's quote unquote the GOAT, nobody says anything. Matt Ryan makes one mistake and it's like, the worst thing in the world. Like everybody was waiting for Matt Ryan to make one mistake on Sunday so they can say, well, see, this is why we need a new quarterback. But he's been the guy that's keeping us in these games, real talk. When you score 39 points against Dallas, when you score 30-some points against Chicago, like those games are not on Matt Ryan. Yeah, every quarterback has a bad game here and there. But like Mike said, the problem with Falcons fans is we're flaky. We're real flaky. Like we're with our players one game when they're doing well, but as soon as they make one mistake, we're on their back. And the thing about it that kind of pisses me off is we do it with the players we want to do it with. Like we praise Michael Vick, but Michael Vick had bad games, believe it or not. Any player that you like, Julio Jones has had bad games. Calvin Ridley has had bad games.
Like he dropped the game-winning offensive touchdown. He dropped a vital touchdown. Nobody got on him and said trade him. Let's trade Julio. Nobody.
He played terrible against Green Bay. Ain't nobody say trade Calvin Ridley. Mike got on here and talked about it on our last show. Like Calvin Ridley had 0 catches against Green Bay. He played terrible on Monday night. He was slipping, falling.
5 targets. He had 0 catches and 5 targets. And those balls, a lot of them was right there, right near him. And nothing happened.
Nothing happened. So I'm like, if you guys are going to be on Matt Ryan's back like that, we got to keep that same energy with everybody. We can't just treat Matt Ryan one way and then the players that we like, we're not going to criticize them. We got to criticize the whole team. And that's why I've been trying to say that this whole time.
I apologize. I'm talking too much, but I got to say this.
Go ahead, Mike.
I got to say this, too. What happened to the pass rush? Where was Grady Jarrett? Where was he? Because that motherfucker was MIA. MIA. Where was he? Where was Debo? Come on, Falcons Nation. Don't get quiet on me now. Where were they? These guys is getting paid big time. K-Stylez, go, do your thing.
No, I can tell you what it was at.
Asking the question.
No. I'm gonna tell you what it was at. They were trying to go to the Chick-fil-A aisle and they forgot it was closed on Sunday.
Nah, tell the truth, K-Stylez. They was on the side of a milk carton, dog. All of them on the side of a milk carton, dog. We got ran through by Mike Davis. I didn't even know who Mike Davis was, dog. He ran through us like he was goddamn Derrick Henry. He was carrying 3-4 Falcons. Getting after contact, I don't know how many times I see him carry 3 or 4 Falcons for 5 more yards and get first downs. Like on that last drive, we talk about running the football. They had like 8 minutes left in the game. They literally drained it all the way down just by running the ball. They ran the ball. They were getting like 10 yards a clip. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater looked like he was just shocked that he had time. It was crazy. That was just not good. Like you said, Drew, his jersey was pretty much clean the whole game.
He was at a passing camp, dog. You might as well say they was flag football. They weren't even getting a hand on that man, dog. He was chilling.
The paid man passing camp.
And like I said,
what? Yeah, that right there.
Like I said, Grady Jarrett was nowhere to be found. And like I love Grady. But I gotta call a spade a spade. You can't be disappearing, getting paid that much money. He disappeared. There was no pressure at all in the middle or from the edges. Nothing. No, that dude was literally playing patty cake with the ball. Like,
we got a comment. Prince Ward said Dion has been playing weak since the Cowboys game. I would say the whole defense been playing weak. I don't even need to single nobody out. I'm just gonna call the whole defense. Everybody on the defense playing sorry. Everybody, because nobody's getting turnovers. At the end of the day, I love what Raheem Moore said today in his press conference. Now, I don't know if it's gonna resonate with the players, but he said it today. We need to dominate. That's basically what he said in his press conference today, that we need to dominate. We got to put our foot on these teams' throat. We have to take the ball back. We haven't been taking the ball back. I don't remember the last time we had a dang on turnover. We ain't had one against Carolina. And I don't remember the last time the defense had an interception. I think it was Bleedy Way against Chicago. That's the last turnover I remember. But the defense is just not doing their job all the way around. The guys that got paid, like Keanu Neal's not making those splash plays. Deion Jones ain't doing nothing. And that's why every show we like, where are the leaders on this defense? Like, nobody's doing nothing. Dante Fowler ain't doing nothing. Like, everybody that we expected to come out and actually, do something to be playmakers, I haven't seen the playmakers on the defensive side of the ball. And that's the problem. And that's the reason why I've been saying I don't see this team turning it around. As much as I like to be the voice of reason and be like, it's still 11 games left and stuff like that. If you let a team run through you, they didn't even have Christian McCaffrey. They got some guy off the street. Mike Davis ain't nothing special, and he running on us like he Barry Sanders or somebody. So I'm like, if he doing that to us, what we think Dalvin Cook gonna do to us this week? He 20 times better than Mike Davis, so we better come with it. That's all I gotta say. We better come with it.
I was about to say, you want to know where the defense was as well? I found them at the toy store. I want you to look at this.
No, Lord.
So, this is where defense was. Do y'all see that? Cupcake and a motherfucker.
Cupcake.
With the dress on, too.
Oh, man.
That's how they was getting
the dresses on.
I had to do it. I'm sorry. I had to do it. It just like you said, it's just that bad where, like you said, you have a quarterback literally sitting in the pocket for 6 seconds, looking at your pass rush, looking like, why are y'all not coming to me?
I like what Big Nasty said. RD is soft as fuck, no swagger, no confidence till they make it play.
Yeah,
I don't see confidence.
That's right there. Oh my God, that in itself.
But it was like listening to that Lisa Fisher song, "How Can I Ease the Pain?" That's exactly how we felt. How can he ease the pain? This change is kind of what it needed, because I think everybody just needed that fire in their ass.
Yeah. Well, everybody need to be put on notice. And I talked about it. Now that Dan Quinn's going, it's no excuses now. Like, the bullseye on everybody back. Go out there and perform. It's no more excuses about, you ain't going to have to hear in the media sessions, are y'all fighting for Dan Quinn? Dan Quinn's gone. So now, the clock is on everybody. Everybody's being watched. The camera's watching everybody, the film. When we cut the film on, we watching every single one of these players. And trust me, the way that Arthur Blank was talking, because everybody's talking about Matt Ryan and Julio, and I talked about this in my video that I made. When he said that no players are safe, and that he doesn't want to basically say what players are untouchable because he's going to allow the new GM and the new head coach to come in and do that, he's not referring to Matt Ryan. He's not referring to Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones. I mean, if you're a coach and you're thinking that those players are going, you're just a dummy. Because any coach or GM,
say it again.
You're a dummy. You're a dummy. Like anybody in their right mind, if you're a new coach coming in or a new GM, what coach or GM is coming in and the first player they saying we need to cut is Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, Grady Jarrett? Nobody. The first player probably gonna be cut is Isaiah Oliver. To be real with you,
wow,
that's probably gonna be the first player cut. Real talk, because he's the one that everybody picking on over and over again every week. Just to be honest with you, I hate to single players out, but let's be real. Like every Sunday, what player we consistently see getting burnt like chicken? Isaiah Oliver.
I know who you talking about. I found his profile picture too. You want me to bring that up too?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Break it up. Oh man, that's him.
That's him.
That's him.
That's
Every
him.
Sunday.
That's Isaiah Oliver in the clinch. Right
there. He's awful.
No.
Do you see scraping the toast?
Hey, man.
That's powdered toast, man, right
with the toast. Scrape the toast.
Mr. Toast. That's right.
Mr. Toast.
Yeah.
Well, what y'all think? Ricardo Allen might be gone.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. All of them guys is gone, man. If your contract up, hey, look, I'm telling y'all, when that new regime come in, I can see Keanu Neal being gone. I can see Ricardo Allen being gone. The only players in that secondary that's safe in my book is Kendall Sheffield and AJ Terrell. Everybody else, because I like Darqueze Dennard, but he's only on a 1-year deal. So are we gonna really pay him next year when we can just go out and draft another corner in the later rounds, or we can bring in somebody else? We're not gonna possibly pay him. We need to pay a defensive lineman. We need a defensive tackle that can play next to Grady, that can actually dominate. That's what's really hurting Grady. Like, as much as Mike was saying we didn't see him on Sunday and we didn't, Grady needs a partner, point blank in the period. It's just like when they took Ndamukong Suh from Aaron Donald. You only can be so dominant when you're playing with a bunch of cupcakes next to you. I'm sorry. These guys are playing like cupcakes. We can't expect Grady Jarrett to beat double teams and triple teams every single game and nobody else is stepping up. Like, he needs help on that defensive line. So in the draft, I don't want to hear nothing about a quarterback, us drafting a quarterback. We need to fix the trenches. The defensive line is despicable. Like, teams are just running. I don't care what running back we play against. It seems like every running back comes in and gets 100 yards. Like it's nothing. We seen that on Sunday. Mike Davis looked like a Pro Bowler. And I'm telling you right now, he's not a Pro Bowler. Because I've seen his games, his tape prior to playing us. We made him look like a Pro Bowler. And that's effort. That's why I'm saying that this team is not performing, because you got 3 and 4 guys coming in for a tackle and you got one guy carrying everybody. That's effort. That has nothing to do with talent at that point. That's all effort.
This kind of goes in the line of what you guys are talking about. But for Prince Ward, where would y'all start to build this defense?
Yeah, I was just saying, with the defensive line, it has to start with the defensive line up front. If you can affect the quarterback, you can win in this league. You don't affect the quarterback, you're not winning, period. You can't stop the run, and you let a quarterback sit back there and scan the field. I don't care if you got 4 Deion Sanders in the back in your secondary. You only can cover for so long, especially in this cupcake soft league where now if you touch somebody, if you try to lay a hit, everything is defenseless receiver. Look, I don't care how good your corners are. You only can cover for so long, especially now with all these mobile quarterbacks scrambling around like Russell Wilson, like Aaron Rodgers that can improvise, like a Pat Mahomes. You only can cover for so long. So you need the pressure to get to the quarterback after at least 3 to 5 seconds. If that pressure ain't there by the end, if you're expecting these guys to cover for 10, 8 seconds, 10 seconds, look, somebody going to eventually break open. Even if they break their route off and come back to the quarterback, somebody's going to get open eventually. And that's the problem. It's the secondary to me. Yeah, Isaiah Oliver played bad last game, but to me, the secondary actually looked better to me with AJ Terrell and with Kendall Sheffield back there. But there was no pressure getting to the quarterback. So he was chilling. Bridgewater was chilling. If you got any quarterback that's decent, that's accurate, and they got all day, they're going to be able to make a slant pattern. That's not hard to throw a slant pass. He was not throwing no deep passes on Sunday. All of those passes were 3-step drops, mainly.
Yeah. K-Stylez, man, dude.
I say before I go, like I said, I'm gonna give some more shout outs. I'm gonna shout out ATL1, CJ Goat TB, Ezekiel King, what's happening, bro? Andrew G. I'm gonna get to some more of y'all later, but like you said, you gotta beef that defensive line up. This league, you need beef up there. You need size up there. You got a lot of undersized defensive line. Well, hell, this defense is undersized, period. And like you said, the way that these players is coming out now, they bigger, but they faster. So you don't necessarily have to have a 6 foot, 275 pound defensive linemen. You got guys that about 6'4", 320 that can move like they wide receivers now. Like I said, you have to have that size up there. You got to push the pocket. Like, you got to have the edge. It's all there. Like I said, that's gonna go to my point with Mike about Tad McKinley's sorry ass. Let me go ahead and put his profile picture back up.
Hey, put it back up.
Put it back up.
Hey, man.
But the thing, like,
hey, look, man.
But
Cupcake,
the thing is,
cupcake.
I wasn't gonna do it, but I had to do it, bro. I had to do it. But like they say, you
we
gotta
get to that. Oh, thank you. Oh, God. Thank you for the super chat. We definitely getting to that. I got something to say about that one.
Okay.
We got something to say. That's gonna be my 2 points. So you guys stay to the end of the show. But that we go. I'm gonna speak on that. I appreciate that, Big Surge. But we definitely gonna talk about that. As a matter of fact, nah, we're gonna stay on this. Defense. That's just.
What Big Surge?
Maggie, you want to say something? About the defense? What you see in the defense? Where you want to like? If you want anything, like, what do you notice about this defense that is the weakness of a defense that kind of bothers you? Which you see the defense that's lacking?
I mean, to me, it just feels like, and this is going beyond just this season. Like, we act like we don't know how to tackle. We act like we don't know how to apply pressure. And, it's just, to me, it just feels like everybody's getting a paycheck here in defense. It's no heart. I mean, the only time that they might have some kind of excitement is, let's say, Tack, his big ass. When he do something, it's all, we're going to bump heads and, everybody excited. But
he wanted to dance.
I feel like these quarterbacks have too much time on the field. I'd be pissed off. They have enough time to call their mama and everything. To me, it just don't make no sense to me. It's just, this has been going on too long. So to fix it, we need to just kind of, honestly, I say blow it up, to be real. That's just how I feel. Blow it all the way up, because this is ridiculous, and it should be next man up. If somebody's going down, it needs to be next man up. It's like they just be looking over here like, what we do next?